The Sydney Opera House, an iconic monument, a bastion of the arts, a symbol of Australia, and now paving the way for a clean, green future. Over the last decade, the Sydney Opera House has worked hard to reduce its waste and to become more energy efficient. As a result, it's achieved its carbon neutral status 5 years ahead of plan. But going green isn't new for this iconic monument. In fact, it's part of its DNA. Most visitors to the Sydney Opera House are familiar with its famous sails and the award-winning shows in its theatres. But not many are aware of its carbon-neutral program, which, with the help of Energy Australia, has resulted in the building reducing its energy use by 14%. Among the measures adopted was the replacement of old incandescent light bulbs with LED. Prior to this, the globes had to be changed up to 5 times a year. And now, the new fittings only need to be changed every 9 years. So in 2014, an award-winning lighting upgrade here at the Sydney Opera House led to more energy efficiency. Here at the amazing concert hall, the largest venue in the building itself, the changeover to LED lighting actually led to a reduction of 75% energy use. Even in its inception, the Sydney Opera House was a leader in energy efficiency. Architect Jorn Utzon designed a pioneering cooling process that tapped on the surrounding seawater. In 2017, the chiller units were replaced to optimize the building's heating and cooling system that resulted in a 9% energy reduction.
So we're very unique down here at the Sydney Opera House that we're surrounded by seawater. We're actually sucking up seawater. We're rejecting the heat that we take out of all the theatres, the concert hall, the opera theatre, and we're putting that into the seawater. We're constantly pumping cold water around the building, so we're pumping 6-degree cold water constantly around the building, which is how we reject all of the heat into the water. And then we have very large machines called chillers that's taking that chilled water from coming back from the building at 12 degrees and it makes it 6 degrees, and it's a constant cycle of just rejecting heat from it as well. So constantly we're pumping close to 100 litres of chilled water throughout the building 24/7. The Sydney Opera House is very efficient in the way that it rejects its heat compared to any commercial building. A lot of commercial buildings use cooling towers, which are at the top of their building, rejecting the heat, and that uses a significant amount of electricity. Using seawater significantly saves the amount of electricity that the building is using. And the fact that it's a really efficient process, it's much cooler and requires less energy to reject the heat.
That's during the summer months. What happens during the cooler months?
During the cooler months, we actually get to utilise the energy that we usually reject into the ocean, and we actually use that to heat the building up as well. So really efficient. We're not wasting any heat in the building as well. We use that to heat all the spaces up.
So talk to us about what happens when someone walks into one of the, say, drama theatre or the concert hall. As soon as you walk in, you immediately feel that it's cold in the concert hall, but after a while it starts to temper down.
That's right. So while the audience is getting ready for the show, the Honeywell building system is actually already been getting ready for the audience to turn up. So we actually have to interface to the Sydney Opera House ticketing system. We know that a show is about to start in an hour's time, and then we actually pre-start the air conditioning process to cool the theatre down just a little bit, so that when 1,000 people, 2,000 people turn up into a theatre, it's already cool and in a nice cool temperature so during the whole show. So we're always looking at better ways of trying to understand how the building's working and try and save any electricity where possible.
It's taken a lot of hard work for the Sydney Opera House to attain its certification against the Australian government's National Carbon Offset Standard. And it's an achievement Sustainability Manager Emma Bombonato is proud to talk about.
Sustainability is a really important part of our story, and it always has been. And we have a really important role to lead by example. Our vision is to inspire and strengthen the community by doing great things, and sustainability is a really important part of that message. Jorn Utzon was really inspired by nature. Efficiency was beautiful in his eyes, so it's a really nice piece that efficiency is a really important part of what we do here. And an example would be the tiles. So we have over 1 million tiles that are self-cleaning. The way that the tiles are designed means that whenever it rains, they clean themselves and they don't require any cleaning maintenance or any chemicals, so they're really very, very beautiful. We've been really working hard on our carbon neutral strategy over a number of years. So the last 10 years we've invested millions of dollars into efficiency projects particularly around electricity efficiency, because electricity is over 85% of our overall footprint. So we've reduced our consumption from our baseline by 14%. We're embedding efficiency projects into everything that we do at the Opera House. We've received lots of great and positive feedback, and it's really been nice to see that people have come to us and talked about how inspirational it has been, and to the point where other people have been inspired to achieve carbon neutral certification. And that's exactly why we're doing it, because we want to be able to inspire the community to achieve a more sustainable future.